Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're giving you a bit of a shortcut, really, into the world of AI and machine learning careers. It's growing so fast.
Yeah, it really is. Our mission today is just to clear things up a bit, pinpoint where the real opportunities are, and maybe help you map out a path, hopefully some aha moments, but without the overwhelm.
Okay, let's unpack this then, because I hear this all the time. People use artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning, ML, almost like they're the same thing.
Right. And they're related for sure, but definitely distinct.
So AI is the big idea, like the grand ambition of machines thinking, problem solving, like humans do.
Exactly. That's the broad umbrella. But here's the interesting part, the practical bit. Machine learning is really the main way we're getting there now.
Okay.
It's the key part of AI where the systems actually learn. They learn from data, improve on their own, without someone programming every single possibility.
So that's how they get smarter over time. Makes sense.
Precisely. Machine learning is, well, fundamentally how these AI systems build their intelligence. And when you look at the jobs, a couple really stand out. You got machine learning engineers. They're the ones actually building and crucially deploying the models.
Right.
Salaries there, I think back in 2021, were averaging around, $151,000. Shows the demand.
Wow, yeah.
And then you have data scientists, but with a specific AI focus. They're digging into the data, finding those golden insights. Their average was more like $113,000.
Yeah.
Still very strong.
So what strikes me there is it's not just about theory, is it? You mentioned deployment for the engineers. It sounds like getting this stuff working in the real world is a huge deal.
Oh, absolutely. That's been a massive shift. The focus now is heavily on deployment, on real-world applications.
Taking it out of the lab.
Exactly. Moving
Yeah.
AI from just cool ideas to things that actually deliver business value. So to do that, you need the tech skills, obviously. Python is huge.
Everyone mentions Python.
Yeah, it's kind of the lingua franca. Plus, a good grasp of math and stats. You need to understand how the models work fundamentally. Yeah. And frameworks like TensorFlow.
Those are the toolkits.
Yeah, powerful toolkits for building and deploying. But, and this is crucial, the soft skills are just as important. Things like, active learning, being able to collaborate, having some business intuition, critical thinking.
So understanding the why and working with people, not just the code.
Precisely. And that ties into human-centric AI design, thinking about ethics. That's becoming more and more central.
Yeah, that makes sense. And speaking of learning, it feels like things change so fast. Is a traditional degree enough anymore? I see tons of online courses, certifications.
That's a really good point. Those stackable online courses and professional certs like IBM or AWS offer on Coursera, they're becoming really essential.
Because they're targeted, hands-on.
Exactly. They give you specific practical skills quickly, let you adapt. And many now build in that AI ethics component too, which is vital.
Right, so you can skill up fast.
Yeah.
And the market, it's growing fast too,
Yeah.
right? You mentioned demand.
Oh, incredibly fast. If you zoom out, look, the global AI market in 2023 was around, $189 billion?
Okay, substantial.
But the projection for 2033, get this, an estimated $4.8 trillion.
Whoa. Wait, say that again?
$4.8 trillion. It's like a 25-fold increase in just 10 years. Yeah, it's staggering.
That's almost hard to comprehend. Is that just hype? Or is there real substance driving that kind of number?
There's definitely substance. Look at the investment. Just this past January, there was an announcement, U.S. $500 billion in private sector investment for U.S. AI infrastructure alone.
$500 billion.
Yeah. And that specific investment projects creating over 100,000 new jobs. So the narrative isn't just AI takes jobs.
It's more complex.
Much more. It's largely about augmenting what humans do, increasing productivity, creating new kinds of work we haven't even fully imagined yet.
So like other tech shifts, it changes the landscape, creates new roles.
Exactly. That's why you still see projected growth in roles you might not immediately think of, like software developers up nearly 18%, or even personal financial advisors up over 17%. They'll use AI tools to do their jobs better.
Okay, so the growth is massive, investment is huge, it's changing existing jobs. If someone wants to build a lasting career here, how do they avoid getting left behind? How do you future-proof?
That is the question, isn't it? And the answer really is specialization and continuous learning, always learning.
Okay, specializing in what, though?
Diving deep into specific areas. Things like deep learning, that's the engine behind a lot of image recognition, generative stuff. Natural language processing, or NLP, that's what makes things like ChatGPT work.
Right.
Computer vision, crucial for autonomous driving, robotics. or autonomous systems in general. The launch of generative AI tools like ChatGPT has really just poured fuel on the fire for demand in these fields.
Got it. So find your niche and go deep. And then how do you actually land the job? Is it just about the skills?
Skills are table stakes, but what really matters is showing you can use them. So a strong portfolio is absolutely key.
What makes a portfolio strong in AI?
Focus on solving real-world problems. Show your thinking, your problem-solving process, not just the final code. And crucially, demonstrate model explainability.
Explainability. You mean showing why the AI made a certain decision?
Exactly. Why did it make that prediction? That's not just technical. It's about trust, ethics, debugging.
Yeah.
Super important when AI influences big decisions.
Okay, makes sense. Anything else?
Yeah, one more thing. Understanding MLOs, machine learning operations.
Then Willows.
It's basically the whole process of getting models built, tested, deployed, and kept working reliably in production. It's about efficiency and reliability for the systems, but also understanding it is vital for your own continuous development. It mirrors how AI itself has to keep learning and adapting.
Right, adapting like the field itself. So wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway for someone listening right now? It sounds like a successful AI or ML career needs, well, constant learning, right? Plus that mix of deep tech skills and the softer human skills, and keeping an eye on the ethical side.
That sums it up pretty well. It demands commitment, technical depth, yes, but also that interpersonal effectiveness and definitely awareness of the impact. And maybe that leaves you with a final thought to chew on. AI's unique power is its ability to continuously learn and adapt. So the question is, how will you use that same principle, continuous learning, adaptation, to shape your own career in this really dynamic world?